Good afternoon, Conway High School. I'm Brianna, and this is Wtgr. In school news, there is some great news. Any student who does not receive a referral during marking period 2 will qualify to attend the Paul Party at the end of marking period 2. This party will take place during the school day, and there will be food and a DJ. Marking period 2 starts on October 26th and ends on January 17th. Please keep in mind that tardies are referrals, so please be on your best behavior. We would love to see you there. Everyone mark your calendars. Herf Jones will be here on November 12th during second block to meet with seniors about cap and gown supplies. November 15th will be senior night from 4 to 7, where parents and students can order their supplies and visit with Miller Mott or Georgetown and Coastal Carolina representatives. You can also learn about changes in FAFSA and much more. Beta Club t-shirts are here, and they are awesome, so stop by Miss Abson's room to purchase a shirt for $10. If you are a returning member who is not a club officer, you may wear your t-shirt to Monday night's induction ceremony with a nice pair of jeans, pants, or skirt. New members and club officers will need to wear appropriate ceremony dress, dress pants, a nice collared shirt, or appropriate skirt or dress. There will also be a student council meeting today after school in the mini auditorium. For local and state news, a fire was reported at the Marion County School of Music on North Main Street just outside of Marion around 8 p.m. last night. The fire started in a bedroom on the top floor of the school. About 10 people were inside, and a couple of students tried to use the fire extinguishers to put out the fire, but they were unsuccessful. All of those inside escaped with no injury. Police are searching for a man who held a woman at gunpoint and robbed her in the parking lot of Mellow Mushroom on 21st Avenue North last night. The incident happened just after 8 o'clock. The woman was walking in the parking lot when the man pulled a gun and took her wallet. The suspect had a black hoodie pulled over his face at the time of the crime. At this time, no suspects have been named. News, Governor Nikki Haley said starting Friday there will be online monitoring for the approximately 657,000 businesses that may have been impacted by what experts call the largest cyber attack against the state tax agency in the nation. The hackers were able to access state employer identification numbers assigned to businesses. They decided to safeguard the citizens of the state because it was in the best interest of the citizens. Because of Hurricane Sandy, flights resumed but slowly. The New York Stock Exchange got back to business but on generator power. And with the subway still down, great numbers of people walked across the Brooklyn Bridge in Manhattan. Superstorm Sandy rampaged across the Northeast, killing at least 72 people. As far as Wisconsin and to the south of the Carolinas, more than 6 million homes and businesses were still without power, including about 650,000 in New York City. Well, that's all for your news today, Conway. Over to Club and Guidance announcements, and then Chelsea with your sports.
Base. Club and Guidance announcements. Beta Club. The Beta Club 2012 induction ceremony will be held on Monday, November 5th at 6 o'clock. Unless excused for attenuating circumstances, all new members and club officers must be in attendance. Returning members are highly encouraged to support the club with your attendance. The next meeting is November 7th. FFA. Next meeting is November 7th after school in the Ag Building from 3:25 to 4:15. Interact Club. The next meeting is Wednesday, November 7th in B205. Conway Anglers Bass Fishing Team. Anyone interested in joining should bring their parent or guardian to the meeting Monday, November 12th in the Commons. Science National Honor Society. Next meeting is today, November 1st in room A101. Everyone interested should attend. Social Studies Honor Society. Next meeting is November 13th, 2012. Members are reminded to bring in their materials for the Hero Box by November 9th. Guidance. Anyone interested in taking the Compass test for HGTC should sign up in the guidance. The test will be given on a computer on November 20th during first and second block. And that's all for your Club and Guidance announcements.
Hey there, Conway. I'm Chelsea here with your sports for today. Anyone interested in joining the fishing team should bring their parent or guardian to an interest meeting on Monday, November 12th in the Commons. Also, a quick reminder that basketball conditioning begins today. In other news, because of last week's football game, Sawyer Jordan is now up for the WMBF Primetime Performer Award. To vote for him, all you have to do is go to WMBFnews.com or vote directly from your cell phone. Also, senior Michael Moody has been recognized as one of the 5 finalists for the 2012 South Carolina Mr. Football Award. This year, Moody has also completed 104 of 161 passes for 1,543 yards and 21 touchdowns. Moody is also going to represent South Carolina in the Shrine Bowl. The Mr. Football winner will be announced December 7th. Let's hope for the best. Due to the recent games in the past weeks, the Clemson Tigers and South Carolina Gamecocks are now top ranked in the nation. Clemson is ranked at number 10, followed by South Carolina at number 11. Now let's take a look at your sports lineup. Today, Thursday, there's a home football game. JV football will play against Carolina Forest at 6 o'clock. Let's be sure to support them. Well, Conway, that's all I have for your sports today. Now to Alejandra with the weather.
Hey Conway, I'm Alejandra with your weather. Today we have a high of 63 and a low of 37 with a 0% chance of rain. The humidity is at 42%. Tomorrow we will have a high of 71 and a low of 40. In Queens, New York, Hurricane Sandy caused a terrible fire. In Manhattan, subways were still cut off by flooding. Thousands were trapped in their homes for 72 hours. In the Jersey Shore, Sandy ripped homes apart with sand. Yesterday, President Obama said that he promised to help the community of Jersey Shore. Total deaths were 74. That's all for your weather. Now back to Brianna in the studio.
Thanks for that stupendous weather report, Alejandra. Now let's take a look at the feature of the day.
Conway, I'm sorry to say I don't have time to do the feature today because I have to figure out what this guy was saying. This is what he said. I have this major brain cramp because this earworm has been driving me to my tipping point. If I can't figure out where it came from, then my flexitarian lifestyle will be shot because I will find myself in a gastropub doing some pretty obesogenic things while saddled next to a life coach, sucking on an energy drink, telling me that I need a game changer of a moment in my life. And when it happens, then that aha moment will be like none other I have ever felt, and I will be completely gassed. After all, I just want to get my e-reader, my mashup player, and hibernate in my man cave. Can y'all help me out with these words?
Brain cramp. When you cannot think of something you really should know.
I'm having one right now. Brain cramp. It's kind of like a brain fart. When your brain hurts from thinking too much.
Brain cramp. I guess when you can't think of what you need to think of.
It's when my brain has been thinking so hard that it starts spasming.
My brain got a cramp.
Tighten up till my head's going to explode.
I guess a cramp in your brain.
You got a lot on your mind you can't think.
Earworm, tune you can't get rid of.
I'm guessing something that you need to tell somebody else maybe to remember.
Something crawling out of your ear.
Would that be earwax that moves?
Earworm.
It's when you have something in your ear. It's a worm that comes out of your ear.
When you have an itch, earworm, when you have an itch in your ear.
Constantly in your ear,
Okay.
nagging you.
Wormy ear.
Flexitarian. That's when you're too old to flex the things you need to be able to flex.
I reckon it'd be somebody that goes with the flow.
Able to touch my toes.
I guess somebody was very flexible.
That is a person that's like a vegetarian, except they're flexible.
Very flexible.
Someone who believes in being flexible throughout everything.
That's someone who doesn't belong to a political party, but they go from one party to the other.
Tipping point. That is the point at which things start to go bad.
That would be where somebody just had enough.
Where I'm about to fall over. When I'm touching my toes. That's what I often feel in class when someone rolls their chair around.
That's
Tipping
the
point.
point where you're about to tip.
Point at which there is no return.
They're about to explode.
Son, that is very tip.
No tip.
That's as far as you can be pushed before you topple over.
Like your breaking point, you can't do this no more.
Conway for trying to help me figure out these words mean, because I'm so confused. Back to the studio.
That was an awesome feature for today. Well, that's all for your news today, Conway. Stay classy.